Hey, what's up, my little Tattletale Show? Come and sit down and have a seat. Khloe and Tristan are back to their old tricks. And guess what, mama? Lamar Odom has entered the chat. Yo, what am I talking about? As we know, Khloe has returned to media after she so bravely stayed with the surrogate for 24 hours after having the baby, right? Now, I do want to say this, right? She started with her old tactics, releasing nonsensical articles about how, Tristan ain't want full custody, Tristan didn't doing anything, but he's ecstatic to have a baby boy. Notice they missed the word another. And also, let's not forget, he's over the moon and Khloe's happy to let him see the baby whenever he wanted. Yes, Khloe released a nonsensical article full of contradictions about how Tristan's the best dad in the world, but he's finally seeing true after a long time apart, but he didn't want physical or legal custody of that little boy, but he loves a little boy and the best dad ever, but he wasn't there when the little boy was born. Instead, he was chilling with True. Now, here's what I had to say, right? And I will say it again. How the hell does Tristan have aversions to little boys he makes? Because how are you seeing True, but you ain't seeing your new baby you made, much like his son he made with Maralee Nichols, Theo. You haven't seen this new baby that you prayed for and worked with Khloe to make, but you're with True. Are you somehow going to find a way to be divisive toward children in your own family? Even though I do think, oh my God, Tristan is a narcissist. I wouldn't put it past him. Now, that would be some mess. And I hope to God that doesn't happen. But I could see him literally treating Theo like that ain't his real baby. Not Theo, the new boy, which probably they said they're taking their time naming him. I think Khloe is thinking about naming him Tristan Jr. But knowing Khloe, she's probably like, I don't know. Do you deserve this name? Do you deserve to get a junior Tristan? And Tristan's like, huh? You say something? Where's True at? Boy, girl, move out this way. Move out the way. So listen, but why are they back up to their old tricks? In that nonsensical article, Khloe was throwing, in my opinion, a bunch of subs at Maralee Nichols, talking about how Tristan's the best, Tristan wants to be involved, Tristan this. But when you read the article, Maralee must have been sitting there like, girl, you in the same boat as me. Actually worse, because you got more money than me, you have access, and you went back for seconds, right? With Tristan Thompson and his seeds, you went back for seconds where I just stopped once I got baby Theo. Well, it's not over because Maralee said, baby, you can starve yourself thin. You just got your revenge body. But mama, I've been on this, been done. Call me King Kong. That's what Maralee's saying because Khloe tried to shade her with picture pics. And Maralee said, baby, guess what? I carried my baby and the body is still banging. Actually, more so. This is how you do this, and had the nerve to call Khloe's legs skinny, if you believe the sub. But baby, it's not over. Also, Lamar Odom, remember I said he entered the chat? Yeah. Lamar was seen shopping for houses in Khloe's gated community. To which I said, you know what? Why not? Lamar was a hot mess. He was struggling with addiction. He was doing this. He seemed to have gotten himself together. His kids still have not forgiven him, so I'm still side-eyeing. But we all know a man that ain't cool with his kids ain't never stopped Khloe. As a matter of fact, that probably turns her on. What? Your kids don't mess with you? You don't mess with your kids? Come here. Give me some of that loving. Lamar is shopping for houses in Khloe's neighborhood. Now, remember last time Lamar popped up around Khloe's life and Tristan clapped back and told him, you better watch yourself before I take you off this earth. And the whole time he knew that he had an 8-month pregnant side chick. Tristan is scary. I would say he's a wild boy, but Tristan is scary, y'all. Let's get into these receipts. But before we do, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. It's YouTube, baby. Show me what it do, y'all. Please treat me like you Tristan Thompson and just with no fear and no abandon, just literally sit there and hit that like button. Shower me with those subscriptions and notifications like you are Tristan Thompson, just handing out babies and child support to anybody that wants it. All right, are y'all ready to get into this? Let's go. First, let's start with Khloe and Maralee clapping back at her. Oh, and also Tristan put up some dumb Instagram posts. We're gonna go over that too. Hold on. All right, here's the post Khloe put up showing her new, improved, tight-toned Very, very model-esque 1990 Kate Moss body, right? Good for you. I do find it odd that everybody's like, all the news reports lately since she had the baby, and I still think this is Khloe and Tristan are planting. It's like, ooh, Khloe looking good after welcoming her son. Babes, you had a surrogate. Of course you look good. You've had 9 months to live. Like, anyway, let's move on. But I did notice since Maralee Nichols was revealed, Khloe started posting more gym pics. Well, guess what? Maralee took to her stories and her main feed and posted this. Mama is like, Mama, I just had a baby. And guess what? And now the caption on the actual feed post said, never skip leg day. And you know, Khloe was always accused of having skinny little chicken legs and a giant rump. Now she's removed her rump, but she still got those legs and they getting skinnier and skinnier. Maralee said, baby, we ain't doing that over here. Y'all, I don't know. It seems like a sub to me. But speaking of sub, Lamar literally was house hunting in Khloe's neighborhood for a $7 million house. Now, when I saw this again, I said, why not? Honestly, yeah, Lamar has this thing, but listen, no one, actually, I don't want to say no one is as bad as Tristan, because if somebody is worse than Tristan, Khloe's going to find them. So let's not put that energy out there. But I said, you know what? Actually, Lamar was not 1/8 as bad as Tristan. So at least, maybe something will come of this. And then I said to myself, wait a second. Is Khloe trying to make Tristan jealous? And you guys, hear me out. The last time Khloe and Lamar engaged was Khloe literally posted this picture of her doing calisthenics in an outdoor shower, right? Lamar said, hottie. Tristan then put heart emojis and like, ugh. And then he said, God bought you back the first time. Play if you want, different results. And I said, oh, Tristan's so corny. How can Khloe be proud of being with him? But let's also not forget one important thing. He literally had Maralee Nichols 8 months pregnant at that point when he left this. Not only that, in July, the reason why Lamar left that comment, it's because in July, Tristan was caught cheating on Khloe again. Khloe told everybody that her and Tristan weren't together, but they secretly were, and they were getting a house built. Tristan decided to step up because guess what? Khloe's his dum-dum, and she ain't never gonna have a shot of happiness as long as he's around. You heard? And Khloe somehow was like, right? I love that. Love when he's possessive. Girl, anyway. Lamar said the same thing I have. He looked at Tristan and said, boy, you better get out of here. The only thing you ever beat up was laying in between some sheets. If you don't get out of my face. He said Tristan made a mistake by saying it, right? He said, I'm not going to say he's stupid, but he don't know me. I mean, if I got rattled or bothered by the words that someone said to me, my armor is built up to deflect that. I wish him the best. That's another thing. Tristan, you ain't built like that. Sitting there listening to too much Drake, sipping on a wine cooler, listening to too much of that drill, got your chest puffed out. You better stick to the waterfalls and lakes that you're used to. Literally, Tristan. But anyway, my whole point in bringing all this up is that I really do think that Khloe and Tristan are back to their public foreplay, right? Khloe's back to competing with other girls. Don't forget, part of the reason, at least in my mind, that she stuck to that trash man so much is because she needs to win, and she is obsessed with people looking at her life as perfect. But part of Khloe, it seems like somebody's life being perfect seems to be putting down other people. Again, she has not forgotten that Maralee robbed her of her dream to have Tristan's last son, right? We forget all that stuff. Khloe hasn't, and Lamar is now entering the building, and it's making it on page 6 that he's looking around at houses in the neighborhood. Khloe's trying to make Tristan jealous. Khloe remembers how last time Tristan got mad when Lamar was around, and now she's hoping that can pull them closer, because guess what? Whatever she thought, that baby hasn't had the same effect that she thought it should have, would have, or will. As a matter of fact, Tristan still ain't around that baby. He's just chilling with True, at least if the reports are to be believed. Anyway, y'all, you know I'm keeping an eye on this story, and you know I'll follow a story to the bitter end. And unfortunately, like all things dealing with Tristan Thompson's, there will be an end and it will be bitter. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.